Hey guys, how's it going? It's Devin here, and for today, we'll be talking about the English version of this game on Season 1. What is the best deck for it? So, I'll be using my Japan account as a reference because I have most of the card there, and I'll be showing you each of the clan deck lists where I feel that it's probably one of the best lists out there and how the deck works. Sadly, there won't be any gameplay because on the Japan server, we are already on limit break, so if I use season 1 deck, I'm just gonna get wrecked. So I'll just be talking about it most of the time, so let's jump into the deck list. So I'll say the best deck will be Noval Grapple, followed by Kaigero, and then Oracle Think Tank, followed by Ra Paladin. So I'll start off from the weakest to the strongest. So RP is the weakest for now on season 1. So let's take a look at the deck list. I'm going to start off with the trigger build. I play 7 draw, 2 stand and 4 heals. Fairly simple there. Stand is just because of the starter Bakao, where you can search for a Flogal if you banish a stand trigger from your deck. So starting with grade 1, we have 4 PG. Needless to say, all your deck need to run 4 PGs, it's really important. 2 Pongao, 3 Lians and 4 8k vanilla. Grade 2 we have 4 Blaster Blade, 4 Galatine, 4 11k attacker and 1 Arcane, and for grade 3 we have 3 King of Night Alfred, 2 Soul Saber Dragon, 4 Gunslot, 2 Alfred Early and 2 13k attacker. So I feel like starting off with the grade 3 explanation will be easier. So 3 Alfred will be your main right. Alfred and Alfred Early, King of Night Alfred and Alfred Early will be your main right for Vanguard on your turn 3. Gunslot, you can write Gunslot as well, but I recommend you to use Gunslot skill to return it to your deck to search for Blaster Blade, and Palomindis and Soul Saber is kind of your rearguard support because it have effect on rearguard circle. So Palomindis is very nice because it is a 13k attacker, and you can pair it with your 8k grade 1 to make 20k columns to hit 11k Vanguard, which is currently only 2 cards, whereas 11k base grade 3 is Ashura Kaiser and Dragonic Overlord. And most of the time for Dragonic Overlord, your opponent will not be running that because on the rearguard is better, and most of the time you'll be facing against Ashura Kaiser, so 21k column is very nice. So as for Pongao, it's actually really simple, just like you search your Soul Saber from the deck, and Soul Saber is good because of your starter Bakao, where actually allow you to Superior Ride your Blaster Blade from your deck if you have Flogal and Liu on the field, and pretty much if you do that, you have the Soul for Soul Saber skill and you can strengthen your rearguard power and push for more damage. So Lian is just for you to cycle for battle cards. You can drop your grade 3 when you already have multiple copies and go for and try to fish for yourself for grade 2. And Blaster Blade is really important because it is kind of your win condition, because most of the time your opponent is going to have 2 grade 2s on their 2 front row circle, and you kind of want to retire them so they can push for more damage. And for Galatine, it's just good to have 4 10k base, and 11k attacker is nice as well because most of the time your rearguard is going to have more compared to your opponent, so most of the time it's going to be 11k. And for Arcane, just 1 copy because your high list is only Pongao, so that's the only unit you can superior call out of it. So this pretty much sum up for the list. So let's move on to the second deck. So the third best deck I would say is going to be Oracle Think Tank. So let's take a look at the list. Again, 4 PGs, needless to say, 4 Dark Cat, 3 Geminis, 2 Coco. For grade 2 we have 3 Top, which is your winning condition, so keep that in mind. 4 Venom Libra, 4 10k attackers, 2 11k attacker, and for grade 3 you have 4 CEO Amaterasu, 4 13k attackers, 1 Sakura, and 4 Apollon. So as for your Vanguard, your main right for your grade 3 is going to be CEO or Apollon. Just 1 Sakura because I feel like 1 is enough. And 4 13k attacker, so same as always, 13k pair with 8k or even 7k can make very high numbers to push through your opponent's defensive triggers, so needless to say, no explanation needed there. So gonna move on to grade 2. Grade 2, you have 3 Top, which is your winning condition like I said before. So do try to keep your Silent Top in your hand till the finishing blow. You do not want to call it just because you want the interceptor. No, no, no. You want to call it when your opponent is at 4 or 5 damage when you're going for the kill. For Maiden of Libra is nice because this deck actually runs 5 crit 4 draw, so because this deck have a lot of draw mechanics, so I decided to run 5 crit, and Libra is just another card for you to draw into your Silent Tom. And 11k attacker is nice because most of the time your hand is going to be higher than your opponent, so it triggers most of the time, and 10k is just nice to hit things. And for grade 1, for Dark Cat is actually really good in this deck because you don't really care that your opponent draw, because most of the time people don't run Dark Cat because you don't want your opponent to draw into their PGs, but in this case it's fine if they draw into their PG because your Silent Tom is going to do the final blow and they can't use their PG for it, so that's why you run 4 Dark Cats. Gemini, like I say, to make magic numbers, and 2 Coco, which is a triple rare, so it might be hard to get, but if you do not have 2 of these Coco, you can actually replace it with the 7k version where you can only check the top card and not choose whether you want to put it on top or bottom. So this pretty much sum up for Oracle Ting Tang. And also if you are missing a few CEO in your deck, you can always replace it with Sakura as well, because running Apollon is actually not that bad, because just because you can fish for more cards for your hand. So next, we'll be taking a look at the second best deck, which is Kaigero. So Kaigero is going to be running 9 draw, 4 heals, really basic trigger set, and for a grade 3 you want to run 4 Dragonic Overlords, 3 Blockage, 4 13k attacker, and 2 Gojo. That's not Gojo, that's Goku. I keep mixing up these two names, it's Goku. And for a grade 2, 3 Berserk Dragon, 2 of the 11k attackers, 4 10k attackers, and 4 of this, I have no clue his name, but it's pretty much when you burn a unit during your main phase. Doesn't really, I don't think you need to be in the main phase. Whenever you retire one of your opponent, will get power plus 3k, so it is a potential 12k attacker. And then for grade 1, 4 PGs, 4 bar, 3 Gojo, and 2 of this grade 1 6k, which allow you to retire one of your opponent grade 1 by paying your cost, which is counter plus 1. So explanation time. Let's start with grade 3, 4 Draining Overlords is very important, because if you miss your main right, which is your blockage, you can actually use Draining Overlord to clear their rear guards and push for more damage. So this deck is actually not a control variant. You want to try to kill your opponent as fast as possible, because blockage skill prevent your opponent from intercepting, so just push everything to face. And 13k attacker, nice to make magic number, and your backup right will be Goku. So the first right you want to go for is actually blockage, but if you miss it, you can go for Goku and then Dragonic Overlord. I'll recommend you not to write Dragonic Overlord just because its skill lose the twin drive when it's on Vanguard, so it's better off on the Vanguard circle. So as for grade 2, just 3 Berserk Dragon, because you don't really have the count blast for 4. I don't even think you have the count blast for 3, but you run 3 because you want to draw into it at times, so it's nice. And 4 Neha Lamps, 10k, it's just really good in this meta for season 1. And 11k attacker, because you have cards that retire your opponent field, so most of the time your field is going to be bigger than your opponent, so it's going to be 11k attacker. And then for last card, your potential 12k attacker here is good because like I say, you have a lot of cards that retire your opponent rear guards, so you can make 20k with bar, which is very nice. And even a 12k without boost is actually nice as well. So as for grade 1, 4 PG, 4 Gojo, not 4 Gojo, 3 Gojo, just to recycle cards, 4 bars, and for your this grade 1, which retire one of your opponent grade 1 by counter blast 1, is good because you can trigger this skill. And it's also good just because you can get rid of your opponent booster and decrease their power overall in their board. So this sums up for Kaigero. And for the best clan on season 1, which I feel is Normal Grapple. So this Normal Grapple, I say, is kind of a semi-budget version. We'll play 9 draw as well, and 4 heal. So for grade 3, 2 Ashura Kaiser, 2 Gold Brutals, 3 Lion Heat and 4 13k attackers. For grade 2, you have 4 King of Hearts, 2 Death Army Lady, 2 Kirara, 1 Flipper, and 4 of the Riser card, where it allows you to superior call the top card from your deck if it's not a grade 3. Grade 1, 4 PGs, 4 8k vanilla, 1 Queen of Heart, 2 Clay Dot Mechanic, and 2 10k attacker. So for grade 3, I say you kind of want to run 4 Ashura if you have it, but I don't, so I only run 2. So if you run 4 Ashura, I say you can play 4 crits, but if you only run 2, I would say 9 draw is a safer bet. Because your main one is going to be Ashura followed by Gold Rootal and then Lion Heat. But most of the time you're going to be riding your Gold Rootal, and Lion Heat is just good because you can trigger its skills on the Rearguard circle. And 13k attacker is just really good in this season, like I said. I feel like all deck need to run at least 4 13k attackers. And for grade 2s, as you can see there's no Bruno Jack, but if you want to, you can run it. You can run Bruno Jack and you can replace it with Death Army Lady. So just something to take note. And you have more Kilara as well, you can add it in as well. You add it into the deck because the main counterblast you're going to be using is through her. And if you have 4 Ashura, you won't be needing counterblast for Gold Rootal, and your only counterblast will be her and Lion Heat and the 13k attacker. And this grade 1, which is nice because, like I say, not much skill use counterblast. So if you are missing your grade 2 and your grade 3, you can always rely on this to become a 10k attacker. Because in this deck, most of the time you want to attack your opponent grade 2, Rearguard or their Vanguard without boost, so that when you stand, you're going to get a new fresh column with boost to go through their Vanguard. And 2 Clay Dot is nice, just on a few damage if you use it. And 1 Queen of Hearts is good because you run 4 King of Hearts, so you can make 20k columns with it. So needless to say, this deck is actually quite easy to use. Not much explanation needed. So yeah, this deck, I feel like this clan is probably the best on season 1. So yeah, this should be it. We have come to the end of all the 4 decks. So hope you guys do enjoy this video, because I do enjoy making videos like this, talking about the cards and how each deck works and their placing of each season. So this should be it. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for next video. Goodbye.